Where's my fucking intro video? Oh, love it. Where the hell is the intro? Now. Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. We've got to play that. You can't start the Blaze stream without the song.
Innovative device project, transparent team, awesome community.
Hello, crypto. Don't need to say it twice. But wow, people need to be paying attention. People are going to get caught off guard. We've got so much to cover on the stream tonight. Tonight is a stream like we have never done before. I spent the week reaching out to all the builders in TitanX. Everybody that's built a project on TitanX got a message from me this week and asked to provide an update or some sort of message about what they're doing or something to the community, just to show that they are still here and still participating. And it's funny, just in preparing a lot of the stuff for the stream tonight and looking at a lot of the things that's going on, the things that people are talking about. I was just chatting to the dude in the backstage saying it's dead out there, but it really, really is not. And you will see that when we start to go through some of the things that we'll talk about tonight, the messages from the builders, showcasing what they're up to in the background, all the stuff happening on Pulse Chain, with TitanX, some coins moving over. There is so much happening, and everything is on a fire sale at the minute. Everything is on a fire sale, and hopefully the people that are here now, the people that are paying attention, will reap the rewards of what's to come in the future, in the not too distant future, hopefully. So we'll probably have a few other guests joining tonight as the stream progresses, but for now, the main man, the dude, how you doing, man?
Excelente.
Excelente.
Always happy to be on the show with you, Ali.
Good. What is the story? How you feeling? How's everything going? Give us a brief synopsis of what is in the master builder dude's head.
I'll say I feel overwhelmed. I've got so much that I want to do, am doing, have done, that it's just, I would love a break, but there's no rest for the wicked. So
it's remember Bad Sports used to say no rest till 2026. He's taking a pretty big rest himself.
yeah, I think he went hard and crashed. And
so I'm looking forward to. I want to get an update from you first of all tonight before we dig into a load of stuff. I hope some of the videos that some of the builders and community members have sent in that will be sharing throughout the stream. I haven't even had time to watch them. People are very last minute, you'd expect people that had a week to organize a message. You'd be surprised how many people sent me something within the last hour and a half. It's like, please share this. Okay. So Rich Landon, how you doing, sir?
I'm well. I'm like all of you, juggling life, juggling a real job, juggling this crypto shit, trying to make the most of it.
I was just saying to the dude backstage before that there actually is what I'll share on the stream tonight will showcase that everybody's still here, everybody's still building. The community and behind the scenes is absolutely bubbling, waiting for Ethereum to pop off, waiting for the market to pop off. We have built and got everything here that's needed for a successful bull run. You have been exceptionally busy as well, not just building, but also being part of one of, well, I don't know what way to put it. There's a few people for different reasons interested in moving coins, TitanX coins over to Pulse Chain. I have seen firsthand the amount of work that you have put in to doing that. So yeah, fair play. What do you think? There is so much going on behind the scenes that people are not paying attention, don't even know how much is going on within the Titan X community?
Yes, it has been exhausting, to be honest. It's several weeks of that ongoing effort, but I do find some enjoyment in it, as I know I'm doing something. I'm not sitting here watching the house burn down. I'm going get a water hose. I'm getting a bucket of water. I'm putting the fire out. I'm doing something for my bags. I am working on what I've invested in. So yeah, lots of people don't understand what I'm doing. I'm buying shit coins, people ones that people hate and don't like and can't stand, don't want to talk about. Those are my opportunities. And yeah, leave it alone. That's for me.
Do I want to start on stream telling everybody where all the deals are? The
Yeah.
deals in Titan X are fucking plain as day to see. Okay, here's a quick one. Weaponhead. Weaponhead has been screaming for weeks and weeks and weeks to buy Helios. And if you listened, you'd probably be quite happy right now. Or would you, dude?
Mute.
I
Yeah.
You can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. I'm stumbling over price talk about my own token. Is really what it is. Yeah, Crypto Audi King just put out a couple of videos that he's been bullish on HLX. I wonder how many people's heads he's turned on what he's put out there. For me, there's lots of stuff going on with HLX. And Rich is part of the HLX DAO as well, so he could kind of talk about that with me.
Yeah, I'm super bullish on HLX, and I actually didn't want to get the cart before the horse. I was completely fine with Helios just taking its own sweet time getting there, because I'm involved in so many things, and sometimes I put a lot of economic energy behind one thing, but I've got my eyes on other things as well. So it's like, just don't pump it yet. I'll get back there. But yeah, it's unavoidable now. It's going to be taken off, and I'm just thankful to be in Helios for one, and second, I can't wait to see people's reaction to this, because they think that it's not going anywhere. It's obvious because of the participation. They think it's not going anywhere, but just wait, just watch. That's all I can say.
This is exactly what I mean about people not paying attention. People have written us off. They think our protocols are all dead. They think the ecosystem's dead. They think Jake's disappeared. They think Eric's a motherfucker. So, the reality of what's going on at the minute is, let's look quickly at the comments. Emeka here, still paying attention. Keto Natural still here paying attention. Darko X was loving the fucking FUD campaign, but he's back. He wants to see the green candles return to the Titan X ecosystem. So, a lot of the same faces are still here, still paying attention. And I think they will, well, not financial advice, but I think they will get rewarded. Helios, what do you want to talk about or mention about what's going on in Helios, H420, any of your protocols at the minute, dude? And Rich, you feel free to chirp in at any stage, because there's two things in the ecosystem that are getting, in my opinion, getting all the attention, getting all the bullish talk. One is Helios, one is ORX. You want to give us a little bit of a synopsis as to what people might be finding bullish within the Helios ecosystem?
Sure. I first want to remind people, because it kind of went under the radar, that it's only a 2% Genesis allocation for Helios. I see a lot of people commenting, "Oh, he's just here for 8%." This, the common standard FUD, whatever. I'm not even part of that, and I get lumped into that several times. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Definitely worth saying, dude. Definitely worth pointing that out.
Yeah. Secondly, we've added a Blaze stake to our treasury, so we're now earning ETH from Blaze protocol. That's been live for a month or two, and super happy with that. It's contributing to the buy and burn, contributing to the HLX stakers. So, even without mining going on, ETH is still going into these pools to continue doing what it's supposed to do. The website is in migration process. We're revamping some pages, upgrading some of it so that it looks a little bit easier to read and coherent for new people. So that's been a slow grind. We've been pretty much just migrating like one page at a time because there's 20 pages on the Helios website or more. But I would say what most people are speculating on is our recent vote that just passed that is allowing the DAO to use treasury funds to send them to the H420 buy and burn without having to get approval from the community. So now we have the ability to take any of the liquid funds that we have in HLX and just dump them into the buy and burn if we want. We voted to get power over this, to not have to go to vote for every time we want to make this decision, because we don't, people will try to front run that. So now that that's passed, we have the ability to just, throw some funds at a buy and burn at surprise to unsuspecting users. So
yeah, I mean, I do love that fact. I mean, DAOs have their place; they're great, but just in this kind of scenario, the vote to be able to pass that and not have to wait on votes and stuff some things are much better when they can be done fast at the right time without having to wait for approval and things like that. So, it's a pretty epic decision stroke vote from your community.
It does add some centralization, but the DAO by default adds decentralization. It's not just me making decisions. There's 5 people on this DAO. We could easily expand it. If the community grows, we can expand the DAO to more than 5 people. We could up it to 9 people if we wanted. So, but to me, the DAO is like an excellent in between. We're all here for decentralization and immutable code, but there's lots of areas where human interaction is helpful. So some centralization is nice. So we can pivot, we can change what we want to do. We can, but at the same time, it's not all up to just one person. It's not that centralized. So I'm really happy with the direction we've gone. We've been live for like 1.5 years now. And I think a lot of the pivoting that we've done, like now, if mining comes back, TitanX, it comes in from mining, that's actually going to go to buying and burning H420 instead of HLX.
I seen a comment somewhere, somebody talking about mining coming back. That would be pretty epic if you were the first one to get the mining back, the positive ROI in mining back, because a lot of if prices pump across the ecosystem and all these things start to kick back in, all these mining or auction protocols come back, and with a little bit of a positive ROI, the whole thing can start to really kick off again. So hopefully that happens first for Helios.
Yeah, and it'll bring in tons of TitanX and minimal inflation, because the cost is always going up every day. So if mining were to come back, it would not inflate HLX to an unmanageable amount. That's what's amazing about it. So I think it's possible.
I think it's possible. I actually think it's possible next month. Next month, July.
It's up to the market.
July is a hot month. Let's fire this baby up.
Let's fire it up, motherfuckers! I know the bull run was supposed to kick off 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the 15th of June is apparently when the last 3 bull runs kicked off. So we're 2 days in, and the candles are fucking red.
But we still have like over 150K in ETH coming from the TitanX 888 payout as well, which It doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you look at the market cap of the token, it is compared. Like DragonX has, I don't know, a couple $1 million in ETH for that's going towards their buy and burn. But you compare that to their market cap, it's a much lower percent ratio than it is to HLX. Like we have, I want to say, just pulling a number out of my ass, we have like 10x more energy coming in than market cap than what DragonX has. So it's a ratios thing, and we'll see who's paying attention. We'll see.
Lots of people aren't. All right. Anything else you want to mention about what's going on in Helios? Because if people are here paying attention, like I say, there's been people screaming for the last few weeks to get a position. If you haven't got a position in Helios, get one in. It seems to be working out quite well so far. Anything else you want to cover on Helios or anything else you've got going on?
Just, Smoke is supporting Helios. There's a portion of the tax that goes to the Helios buy and burn. I don't know what all you've released, Rich. Do you want to add on anything to that?
Yeah, I was looking for an opportunity. This is kind of some new developments. I've been, excuse me, been trying to think over this Smoke situation because this is all new, going from the tax token, the reflections token, and converting that to an OFT. I just want the community to know that this is a no dev fee. I'm not earning anything from this. This came out of my pocket, and then I'm going to form the LPs with 10 billion Smoke for ETH and 10 billion Smoke for base. And I'm matching the other side of that with my own money of X28. That's going to be the only LPs. And I'm not burning. I think I'm decided to lock that liquidity for a long time so that the fees could be retrieved. But, over time it'd be locked for like 10 years, 50 years, whatever we decide. But my point is, I want to give confidence that no one's going to rug these LPs. You'll be able to trade, you'll be able to sell, you'll be able to buy. And ultimately, we made another small change. Instead of sending 100% of the Smoke, OG Smoke from the reflection side to a debt address, I had the idea to just, I'm in Helios and I want to support that. So I thought, why don't I just send that to the already existing H420 buy and burn? Because we have a Smoke H420 buy and burn. So that's going to be bullish for H420. And that's what we're all trying to do is I really want to revive the build on Titan-X protocols. That's my mission. And I'm doing my own little small part. I didn't need anybody to tell me what to do. I went out and started to do what I wanted to do. And there was an opportunity there. There was a void that needed filling. Pulse Chain was a ripe field for, we have a lot of the same community members in both ecosystems. So it made a lot of sense that, this bridge is already there. Been using it for a year now. Let me just take any ERC20 I can over and make a PRC. So that was the mission that started. And then once it started, it's kind of fun. So I ended up doing freaking all of them, 40 tokens. By the end, I was burned out. I have to tell you, it is quite the process. And setting LPs and getting them on a DEX screener and then getting Pulse X exchange to recognize them. You have to make small trades. It's like real pain in the ass, to be honest. But, I'm glad it's done now. And now I'm trying to circle back, take little small chunks, pass some liquidity through their buys, get the DEX screener realizing these pairs. And then over time, they'll build. People complained that before, like, where's the liquidity? Where the fuck are you? That was my money. This was self-driven. No founders here. I'm not selling anything. I'm not buying anything. I take that back. I am buying. I'm buying on Ethereum and bridging my own tokens over. So there's nothing wrong with this effort. This is eventually what I see for OmniChain. Now, the bridge was there for Pulse Chain, so it was, in this case, it's multi-chain. It's not necessarily an OFT required OmniChain version. So this, to me, was part of the X28 bring Titan-X, OmniChain vision, as far as I'm concerned. So with absence of someone leading the effort, I saw an opportunity to fill that void.
Okay, that's just a screenshot of a wallet that is pumping over coins on Pulse Chain, putting in the effort to move a lot of the Titanex, the BOT coins over to Pulse Chain. So there's quite a substantial amount of activity going on that people aren't really paying attention to yet. I agree, Rich, that the crossover in the two communities is huge. So the Blaze Inferno, there was a 2% liquidity wallet for Inferno, that was used to obviously create Inferno X, but we never actually the whole, and even in the original white paper, it was that wallet was going to be used to take Inferno over to Pulse Chain. And in fairness, that was talked about even before X28 was a thing, anything like that. So I'm glad to see a lot of this happening, a lot of this stuff getting moved over. You've put a lot of work into it, and what's the main aim of getting these coins over on the Pulse Chain?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked that. And we have different people in this effort, basically have different agendas. And I will be the first to say that for me, it's the Titanex protocols getting exposure to a new market, the Pulse Chain market. And it's diversifying. And so instead of all the liquidity sitting on Ethereum and nobody wants it at this current time, you get 2 for 1. You get 2 markets for 1. Bridge over some Titanex liquidity. You don't have to put it in LPs. And for me, I will be also the first one to say that I'm not interested in fees, and I'm not worried about impermanent loss. I'm taking coins that are dead already or just about dead on life support, bringing them over on Pulse Chain, pairing them with something that may move up, and then we'll see what happens. It's kind of a fuck around and find out deal. So to me, I'm excited for where we're going with Titanex. I think it taught us a lot, but I think there's nothing wrong with taking some of that liquidity off of Ethereum, giving builders and investors a break there, and then moving that over to Pulse Chain and seeing what could be done there.
What's your thoughts on that, dude?
It's a good segue to Giannis for me, because it's basically what Rich is trying to do. It's straddling. It's got connections to a lot of Titanex tokens, but it's built on Pulse Chain and paired with all of the top Pulse Chain tokens. So it's this blend of Pulse Chain and Titanex, to where you're exposing yourself to both ecosystems. And I think that's really what Rich is trying to do, is blend the two, and that's essentially what Giannis is doing as well. Is doing that.
Yeah. So once over on Pulse Chain, I mean, people have many options, and of course, I was in Giannis early on, so I've got plans to pair up and web up with Giannis in a variety of different LPs. There's a big push for this token called Eros over there on Pulse Chain. I will say that's not my personal mission, but I am invested in Eros, and I will buy some more. I'm not against it. It's just I see this as a more broader vision of bringing Titanex, build on Titanex protocols to Pulse Chain, reviving them. When I'm putting buy pressure on Ethereum, if a second person does the same, if a third or fourth person does the same, we're putting buy pressure on Ethereum. We're driving prices up as we're removing supply. Sellers are, I would say most of the sellers are gone out of these small BOTs. Sellers are still in the thick liquidity where, where that is. So that's where the risk is. For me, I feel it's low risk because I'm biting on things that have already been dumped. So the sellers are just about evaporated. And then I'm coming in scooping up lots of coins for low money.
Yeah, I was laughing with dude before the stream, just saying that, we're talking about a few $1,000s, a few $1,000s of ETH or Titanex at the minute can come along and scoop up. Now, people, if you think things are dead, that's okay, that's fine, that's on you. But there are, you can come along and scrape up and 1% positions in a few different coins if you're choosing of these things that are appear to be dead. But as we move on in the stream tonight, you will see I've got messages from builders, I've got videos from builders. There is a lot of people still here working, and people paying attention. Hopefully they get rewarded for taking the risks and paying attention of what's going on here at the minute. I've been it took me a while to I love Pulse Chain, I say it all the time. I've been building on Pulse Chain. We were all in, many of us were in Pulse Chain long before we were in Titan X, and I'm happy to say that I am buying up some of the coins that do appear to be dead and bridging them over to Pulse Chain, because you can get your hands on a few percent, move them over, create the LPs over there, and if people start to buy them, this thing starts to get a little more bit more traction. The pumps could come maybe even easier over on Pulse Chain with slightly less liquidity than they do on Ethereum. But it's just one of many things going on, and the amount, like I've bridged over maybe 3 different coins that people aren't Titan Bitcoin, GoatX, Ascendant, are the 3 that I've kind of sent over and started creating LPs for. And just do the amount of effort even for me to do that, and the learning curve for me to just to get them across, get them set right, was quite it was quite time consuming. And the fact that Rich is bridged over, I don't even know, there must be 30 coins, all maybe 3 pairs each. It's been an insane amount of effort, and it's more infrastructure for the Titan X ecosystem. Some will
40
use it,
coins.
yeah, 40. Some will use it, some won't. But again, it's more infrastructure, and a few of these things start to pop off over there. It will get a few more eyeballs. People sort of pay a little bit more attention, and it's just another bow to the string of the Titan X ecosystem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, reminder that the Giannis LP promo has $165,000 in rewards available for people that want to support adding to liquidity.
What?
It's super easy. You don't have to know how LPs work. You just bring your favorite token to the website. It will automatically, the protocol will match the other half of it with Giannis, create the LP for you, and you'll own 50% of it with the protocol. And then over time, you will earn all the way up to 86% of the LP.
Hang on a second. What's the website?
Helios.web.
It's on Helios?
Yeah.
I didn't even know this. What the fuck? Enter the app, or is it just on the website?
Yeah, enter. Yeah.
LP promo. Okay, so I can't connect my wallet. What's the story here then?
Yeah, so at the top, yeah, it's okay, 162K currently. So the story is on the right side, the liquidity pool promo. Hit that drop down and you can see, and I can add any tokens. If there's a token you don't see there, I will easily add more. As a matter of fact, H420 is not even on there. So more are to come. There is a pool with H420, but not in the LP promo.
Oh, you prepare for multiple messages from me tomorrow. Bing, 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 bing.
But yeah, you just deposit whatever token you want, and like I said, it'll match it with the required amount of Giannis to create the LP. And then now you own half of that LP because you only put up half of the economic energy in. But every month you earn an additional 1% of that LP on top of whatever trading fees come through. So you're earning on trading fees just like you would be providing liquidity. But on top of that, you're earning an additional 1% every month of the LP itself. So
Man, that's
That-
fucking awesome. I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Nice.
So there you go.
There you go. All right, Rich, have you anything else you want to chat about? Because I want to start playing a few of the videos or updates from some of the builders.
Now let's play them, and maybe at the end I might have something, but right now I don't.
Can
While
I
you're
just
working.
add real quick to E280?
Yeah, of course you can.
It's expanding to Binance, and we'll just say 2 weeks. So,
For real?
yeah, for real. So we've already seen tons of NFTs migrate over to Base. Lots of tokens go over there, and we're just gonna keep that expansion going. Binance is next. This will be on a dozen different chains before you know it. And that's really where I think the strength in E280 is going to come. When it has hundreds of LPs across multiple chains, there's going to be tax for everybody.
All right. So, I mean, am I allowed to, is Jake confirmed that, or is there some other mystery at work?
He showed interest in doing that as well. I'm not going to say for sure what Jake is.
I just mean the Binance thing, the Binance Bridge X28. Is that getting opened, or you know,
It is possible. It is possible. But I don't know for sure what Jake has in mind or is in plans of. But if you go to X28's website, it shows you a dozen different chains that he intends on launching on. So it's not a matter of if, it is when X28 goes over to Binance.
Okay.
But I did message him telling him that I am interested in expanding E280 to Binance next. And he gave me a thumbs up, said that's cool. So we'll see what he wants to do on his end.
Yeah, I will say, since you mentioned the Binance thing, that the Smoke OFT launch is already coded for Binance. It's just not I wasn't gonna roll it out right away because I don't want to spread myself too thin. So the base will be the initial LP setup. Right after that, same day, will be the Ethereum, and that allows us to get over to Pulse Chain, which is where I want to bring most of my personal supply of smoke to start webbing in LPs like I like to do. But if E280 is going to be on Binance in 2 weeks, I would say the smoke is going to be there too.
Along with H420, B88, S88, all the tokens in my ecosystem and James's ecosystem. We'll do a launch all at the same time. So
yeah, with the
Working
bridge.
hard.
Yeah, and Smoke has the bridge already built for each of those four. So
Nice. See, people are working hard. All right, that was just more LPs. All right, what have we got here? I don't even know what this is. Let's see who this is. Oh no.
yeah, look at the bottom right, the volume.
A quick update on Switch.win. We just upgraded.
All right, I'll go back to the start.
Ladies and gentlemen, nice to be here with you today. Going to give you a quick update on Switch.win. We just upgraded a lot of the infrastructure involved with Switch.win. Things are running much more smoothly, running much faster, quick order execution, really good stuff. We've moved over to Base. We're on Ethereum. I'm going to announce some pretty substantial updates here moving forward in the next couple months. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And why am I putting my money where my mouth is? It's because I actually do believe in this cryptocurrency experiment. I do believe that it's one of the best opportunities to increase wealth, especially because you are in when a majority of the world is not. And I know how frustrating it is. I know how much it stinks because expectations are always set so high. But my message to you is family. Have exposure. If you don't have exposure, get exposure to crypto. Because when this market takes off, and I've seen it happen many times over the years, when this market takes off and you don't have exposure, it's going to make you feel real bad. You missed out on a window of opportunity. Have long time horizons. Don't expect this thing to take off overnight. We live in a community, just generally speaking, no matter where you are in crypto, there's so many high expectations. If you go to a financial advisor, that financial advisor doesn't teach you to day trade. That financial advisor teaches you to accumulate over 30 years to be able to retire yourself. And believe it or not, that's one of the best ways to do things in cryptocurrency. No, you can't see it right now. You can't feel it right now, but we're in a lull. In the grand scheme of things, 4 or 5 years is really not a lot to make outsized returns. So guys, just stick with it. Stay positive. If you're a builder, keep building. If you're supporting builders, keep supporting builders. And we're going to get through this together. Again, I've seen it happen many times before. Stay positive, and Godspeed, friends.
So, I mean, the message there, obviously, great message from Brandon. All this time, you just continue to stay in your lane, dude, and just keep building and, keep building infrastructure. You're not here for the quick buck. You know the work that needs to be put in. What do you think about the things Brandon was saying there?
Absolutely true. 100%. We are in this culture where you think we should be making 100x gains overnight. And although that does happen, that happens 0.001% of the time. And for everyone to expect that is outrageous. So what he's saying is very true. And it's more like time in the market beats timing the market. Those types of sayings, they're true. So that's exactly where I'm at. I'm a builder, and I'm just going to stay heads down building. And before I know it, I'll look up and it'll be 3-4 years down the road, and there will be a massive empire in crypto, and I will be deep in it. Deep in it.
Deep in. Nice. And it'd be interesting to see, he's mentioning there, obviously, the launch Switch.win on Ethereum. They've moved over to Base, following the ecosystem. They've got updates coming in the coming months. I know they've been working hard, just upgrades and, working out little glitches here and there, just like everybody continuing to improve and add to what they've got. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to bring that over to other chains, or if they're going to start adding some new features into it.
Well, he said there's more to come in a couple of months. He has more announcements. So I don't know if that's Switch.win specifically. I guess he didn't really specify there, did he?
No, he didn't. Well, I think he was kind of hinting that was for Switch, but yeah, you wouldn't know. He didn't give too much clarity on it. But yeah, great message from another guy who's deep in both Pulse Chain and Titan X ecosystems. Also forgot. Oh, let's see.
I'm rooting for Brandon. He's doing a great job.
Let's go, Brandon.
What else have we got here? Ooh.
What is up, Titan X community? I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Shout out to Ali for always putting on the weekly blaze. And also shout out to all of the builders, including Ali, that are constantly putting out content, getting you guys fired up, and putting out amazing products that make the Titan X ecosystem exactly what it is. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update of what I'm working on and what I'm excited about in the coming weeks and months ahead. So obviously, Taurus is coming out very soon. Now, it's in the process of having the third audit finalized. It came back. We're just having a few final tweaks and corrections to make sure everything's perfect. And then once that's done, the code's done. Everything's ready to rock. And all we need is the right sentiment in the space to be able to press the launch button and have this thing take off to the moon. So I can't wait. I'm super excited. It's been very hard to wait, as I know it is for you guys as well. And the reason why I think it's so important is because this next run in ETH that's coming, I believe is going to be something to behold. I think it's going to be something special. And there are so many indicators pointing to the fact that this is going to be a wild run to be a part of. And all the smart money is accumulating daily. So I hope everyone's doing well. There's so much to be excited for. We have over 30 some odd protocols built. We have tons of builders. We have almost $15 million in ETH sitting in reserves. I mean, we have a strong community, small but strong community, and we're about to take off. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Later.
Beyond the horizon's edge, where ambition meets tranquility, there lies a wealth that truly frees your soul.
Oh, love it. Fucking love it. Love it. Love it. You know, for any builder, you put the work in their protocol. He's done a great job in getting, you know, having a vision for what he wanted to build, you know, working on it, improving it, building it over time. He's been at this for quite a while now. You know, 2 audits done, they went to a 3rd audit, and now he's just waiting to launch. It's kind of like, it's nice in a way for us that we already have protocols out, and there's kind of like no pressure to just continually add little bits and continue to build on what we've already got. But I think he's doing the right thing in trying to time the market a little bit to get this thing kicked off. We've seen, you know, we're talking earlier about some of the things that are on a fire sale at the minute, some of the things that have launched in the Titan-X ecosystem. Obviously, everything's down, but some of the things that launched, you know, at the bottom when we had our first bottom out at the end of the year, some of those things suffered from launching in really bad sentiment. So personally, I think he's doing the right thing, holding off and waiting for some bigger green candles and a bit more attention. You know, we've got 135 people watching at the minute. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in so far. In October, we had 4,000, 5,000 people tuning into this stream. So that just shows you the difference in sentiment at the minute and the amount of people throwing money at Titan-X protocols. So what do you think? You think he's doing the right thing?
You know, I think it's important to realize that we can't just throw stuff out there and be disappointed if people don't come and jump all over it. We have to recognize that the sentiment is where it is. So I would say less is more right now in terms of, you know, bull posting people, because people are numb. Retail is broke, but you know, green candle solves everything, and I don't know when it's coming, but yeah, just hang on. All I can say is hang on. It's like a hurricane.
Hang on for dear life.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him. That's another Pulse Chain guy. I guess I hadn't realized how much crossover Pulse Chain has with Titan-X. And we're really highlighting it. I feel like every topic kind of leads towards Pulse Chain.
Yeah, that we have 40 protocols in Titan-X, and I have invested and participated in every single one of them. It's just what I am as an investor. I like to play. So I could see I'm definitely going to be in Taurus as well. I just waiting for it.
Yeah. Coming soon.
Where is, because I did, let me see if I can find it before I share it. I've never had this many windows open in my fucking life. Where is it? Oh, yeah.
Mo is in the chats. I miss you, buddy. Hope all is well.
Yeah.
There's Shrey in the chat too.
Shrey's old news. He's everywhere.
You know, we will have a day when we all bond back together.
Absolutely. Who else? We got that. We give bunch of men right there. Good evening, gents. Shrey's away back. You get the DJ and Alpha for the House of Warlords. Let's see. Let me bring this up. Where are we? Yeah, cryptographics just, you know, we put that message in for us, but Follow the money, not the headline. Smart money is accumulating like crazy. This next run up is going to catch many off guard, in my opinion. Obviously, no financial advice here, but he goes on just showing about the amount of wallets that are accumulating ETH at the minute, and it's crazy. The reason I kind of picked this out is just him saying that the next run is going to catch many off guard. I do believe that this, believe or hope that this will happen in the Titan-X ecosystem. A few things will start popping off, a few eyeballs will start coming back, and then once a couple of things start popping off, the rest could follow. So that's just why I wanted to bring that up and share that. Rich, James actually was going to send us a video in, but I think it was 8 minutes long. So he sent this message instead. I'll read it out quickly, and maybe if you know some of this stuff. Quick update for OFT Smoke on Base going omni-chain on the 19th of June. That's only 2 days time. Will Uranus go omni-chain? It's being discussed. Baby Dragon X is holding a steady between 4 and 5. That's at the market cap, the 400-450k range. Scale is mostly small buys rolling in. We've heard the Pulse Chain Liquidity Web is going to contain most, if not all, Titan-X BOTs. So keep an eye on things as they develop. Last but not least, the Titan-X 6-pack, or the 6-pack. I'm hearing this more and more. That something could be getting close from the 6-pack. 6-pack Club continues to run internal testnet. Oh, they're in testing, whatever it is the fuck they're building. We're super excited to get it to the point at which public testnet opens up, and you'll see what we've been cooking for months. Appreciate the shout out on the Weekly Blaze show. So it's a 1 gig video, 8 minutes. So he run through all these updates and realized it was too long to share. They were going to send me a YouTube link that I could maybe flick through the video. But anything you want to touch on, either you guys, you're involved in some of this stuff. I know, dude, you're working very closely with James, a lot of his stuff, and obviously Smoke's your protocol. Rich, either of you want to comment on any of that?
I would like to comment. So, Smoke is this OFT Smoke is an experiment, and so what I feel like I'm doing is giving this meme token a new life by. It's over there on base. It's in a tax structure. The participation is low. Mostly, it's retail. It's a reflection of retail right now. So that's not necessarily the problem. But however, I wanted to break it free. So I said, let me create an OFT version of this token and let it go somewhere else and maybe find a bid. Who knows where it could go and get excited. So the videos that we're making on those are cool. I think before long, people will catch on. And here's the important part. There's no new supply, really. The LP creation is the only thing being created on OFT side with the matching side of X28, meaning that's the only inflation. And so nobody has that. It's in LP. If you want it, you got to buy it from the LP. And so there's no more in pockets. However, on the OG Smoke side, where the reflections were, whoever minted in the mint phase on Easter Sunday, 420, that was where you got your supply. And so I was one of those. I minted 25 billion Smoke with my own supply, with my own money. And I said, I just thought I was going to be one of many. I ended up being the largest holder. I said, well, I'm not going to sell this. I didn't sell the first token over there. So I'm taking all of my tokens over to Pulse Chain and other chains to spread out in LPs. And that's how I'm going to place mine. But there's no new supply. So you could go to the Uranus28.win website, look at the stats on Smoke, and you could see the amount minted, the amount burned, and just deduct that from there. So I think a rare token with no buy and burn, no dev allocation, no taxes, no nothing, it's free to go. It's free to run.
It's kind of like, okay, so nearly every message here brings up more and more info, more and more things going on. There was back in the day, like I'm trying to cover all this stuff in one fucking stream. Months ago when I had deep dives, multiple deep dives every week to everything going on in the ecosystem. And again, leads into the whole point of this stream tonight is to showcase the amount of stuff that is going on behind the scenes and nobody's paying attention. And everybody was going to be playing catch up sometime soon, hopefully.
Yeah. And if this works for the smoke, we're going to bring Uranus over just the same.
Just wait.
Red Uranus.
I was giving dude a chance to say something about it. He had to. I just knew he'd try and chirp something in there. The wine's starting to go to my head here as well.
By the way, smoke is running at 3.5 X28 to 1 smoke. It started at 1 to 1. If you had meant it, you're 3.5x.
Yeah, and that's pretty good going, isn't it? You know, we see people sharing charts all over the place. You know, things popping off 100x here. You know, or not 100x. You know, a quick double in a day. You know, and it things like this draw attention. We could probably go and start picking Titan X charts and, you know, showing X's off the bottom for a lot of these charts. 2, 3, 4, 5 X's, opportunities here, there, everywhere. Anybody that scooped the bottom and some bottom wicks in this ecosystem could have got themselves some very, very good deals, you know. We could probably, if that was our thing, we could probably go and pick out a lot of charts and pick off things where, you know, people are making multiple X's here and there. But it's just, you know, the opportunities are there for the people that are paying attention.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Mike Dean. Oh, what's he got? Okay, so perhaps you can share this. I'm working to improve the game race.titanx.hub, especially now I can add perhaps X28 and base and matrix. If either of you even know what that is, I seen him share at the weekend about people come and race with me. What the hell is it?
As far as I know, it's just for fun. It's just a game.
If you remember in the old days, I think it might have been Atari. They had, and you go to some place like Chuck E. Cheese here in America where there's games and things to do. Anyway, this race is like a little pixel looking car going around. Like, shoot, I can't think of the name. What was that? Oh, Luigi? What was that? Gosh, Stern, this is dating me so much.
I mean, it's low res graphics. It's
but it's still fun. You're in your own little car and you're using the keyboard to drive with around the track, and then you can run into somebody and knock both of you off the road.
Did he have like a public race going on Sunday or something? Did I see?
Well, he's trying to spawn up some energy behind it. So I was playing it once. I tried to get on this weekend, but I had 10 things going, so I had to abandon.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that a point of checking out. Just I'm here for a bit of fun, you know, so I'll check that out. What else? Okay, somebody's working on improving Titan X Hub individual pages coming soon. He shared a few screenshots, but I don't really want to start pulling them all up. It's just whenever you click into the, you know, you go to the project pages, soon you'll be able to click into each different into each different protocol and pull up a hell of a lot more data for each individual project. So, all right, Rich, do you want to give Mike Dean a shout out for the effort he's been putting in for you in the background as well?
You've been reading my mind. I absolutely do. So Mike was very instrumental in helping me with this this pulse chain. To recognize your tokens on pulse chain is a challenge. So once you go through the bridge, you get a PRC20. It ends up just being a meme token on the other side, and it shows up with a question mark. And if you don't have a lot of liquidity, you can't see the balance. So you flying in the dark. You don't know where your money is, how much you got in each area. So what he did, and I'm so thankful, is that he ended up mapping all the logos that you find on Ethereum on the pulse chain side, so that you can now recognize your token. And then he also made, if you have it in an LP, where you can see both balances of your LP, so that you can see your grand total in each pair. So this is where, there is a picture of it. See, before, there's not a protocol out there, or any DApp or anything that can take pulse chain LPs and show you these balances from the PRCs that came over from Ethereum. Now, once you get a lot of liquidity in them, then they start being more frequent and recognized. Then the balances would probably show up automatically. But this was the challenge in the beginning, is getting to where you can see what you're doing. And Mike was instrumental in doing that. And I've got another idea for him. What I'd like to see if he could do now is not just show me my page and my tokens values, but make a page dedicated for Pulse Chain that shows all the Titanx BOT over on Pulse Chain, no matter who has them. And really, I think it's pretty easy, because when you migrate tokens to the bridge, it actually shows you in the Pulse Chain proxy bridge, whereas you can look at that address and see all the tokens in them. So right now, if you went to Etherscan and looked at many of these holders, you will see a Titanx, I can't get my words out. You will see a Pulse Chain bridge address, contract address, that shows a large balance of whatever token you might be looking at.
Well, that's the wrong side. I'm just going to look and see.
Pick Lotus or Eden. Those are two that I know you could see at the top. No. Choose the transaction little.
We just go to the Explorer.
Yeah, that's good. Same difference. Holders, yeah.
Holders. Yeah,
Look.
Pulse Chain.
Look at that. Number 2 is 80 million on Pulse Chain. There's not that much liquid on Ethereum.
For people paying attention, if you're starting to look at Titanx coins, you will see this Pulse Chain Omni Bridge popping up in a lot of tokens in the top holders. It's maybe not the maybe not a big number of the overall supply, but this one's massive. 30%, almost 30% of Eden token is on Pulse Chain. You will see a lot of quite large holders popping up with their tokens over on Pulse Chain. So
let me say something right here. That number 1 wallet is the stake address. Those tokens are locked for years. They're not coming out. So if you look at that, those top 3 holders are LPs and stake wallets. That means the top holder is 1.6% on Ethereum. Number 4.
Fucking there's Sregs back. He is what's going on? Ooh, fuck.
So people will start seeing this across all these BOTs, and I can tell that my secret is I'm going after cap supply tokens first. You better beat me to it.
All right, so look, Mike Dean's been a great help, and again, you see all the work that he does for the community with Titanx Hub. This is something again that is taking a hell of a lot of work, and that goes completely and utterly unnoticed. So yeah, where else? Working on integrating Race.Titanx Hub with X28 and Matrix. I need to dig in and find out a little bit more about what that is, and then working on improving swaps within TitanXHub.com. So Mike Dean grinding it out as usual. Okay, Smoothing Crypto. This leads in again to what you're talking about, Rich, in a little way. Fleur is one of, if not the lightest coins in the ecosystem. We have seen what will happen with any amount of buy pressure. Our 5 pairs on ETH have been creating arbitrage for the taxes to do their thing, resulting in over 35% of the supply burnt. In a token that hasn't had that much success so far, this is a fucking huge number. The Titanx 6-pack has been grinding our new DApp that will bring a lot of utility. The future is bright, and we are just getting started. Okay, so many people not paying attention might have written off Smoothing Crypto and Fleur as disappeared. Very much not the case at all. So,
yep, he's a fellow founder in the 6-pack project with Dude and I.
He's doxing the 6-pack, the Cooks pack.
I think you could find all 6 names out there in the wild if you looked for it. Yeah.
All right, who else have we got next? Trader Lee is saying an update. Okay, so Trader Lee has gone full on ORX bull, and for good reason. He's been screaming ORX from the top of his lungs for the last few months as well. He's been in my ear constantly telling me full port into ORX, and I fucking relax. But a lot of alpha over there. We had a great stream. Anybody that's interested in anything about ORX, found it a lot. Very, very active Telegram. A lot of smart people in there discussing. They definitely have some new features coming. Some new utility. A lot of things in the pipeline worth digging in and having a look. Chiz was on the show last week and gave us a pretty good overview of everything that's going on over in ORX. Obviously, he's not the dev and couldn't give a lot of exact facts of things that are coming in the future or the near future. But if you haven't been paying attention to Ouroboros, ORX, USDX, check out the stream from last week, or get into the Ouroboros Telegram. So, Trader Lee, hey everyone, thanks for staying with us. Here's where things stand. Ascendant is still going strong as a standalone protocol. It's bonded with Dragon X, so as Titan X and Dragon grow, Ascendant benefits too. The Ascendant Pride and Bamburn have completed their current phase. We still hold the liquidity, and we're keeping it ready. Once conditions improved and funding is secured, we look to bring the daily auctions and buy and burn back to life. So, again, a smart move that they did was just keep a lot of the Ascendant tokens that were acquired for liquidity. They can fire up that protocol again whenever the market gets a little bit of a turnaround. Ascendant has seen a few pumps and a few dumps, and again another thing on a pretty good sale at the minute. If you like that kind of thing, not financial advice. Definitely not.
I do like that kind of thing. When they sell, it's a buy.
Sorry, that was Jukes. This is a 5-minute message, so hopefully you've got time to stick around and listen. Jukes the Great built it. Him and Keto have built the Titan X Utilities website. I'll maybe try and share it after as well. But again, more utility, more infrastructure for the ecosystem. I haven't watched this one yet, so I have no idea what he's going to talk about.
And we're live. Or at least we're live on video. Hello, everyone. This is a pre-recorded video. I'm sending this to Andy for his his live stream that he's doing very soon. So I'm doing this very late. I do apologize for that. But firstly, I want to say thank you very much to Ali Kane for inviting myself to share with you guys basically what we're doing. I think a lot of you are aware, we're creating something for Titan X. The whole ecosystem, it's almost its own boat protocol, if that makes sense. It's not a protocol that will have tokens and stuff like this. It's a pure utility-based project which we're building, and I'm sharing the development with my father, Keto Natural. So, you can keep up with updates from him as well. He does posts. He's very active on Telegram. So that
You just say it was his father?
You did?
That is one thing that he's good at. But I don't want to spend too much time waffling. What is it we're creating? What is Titan X Utils? It's utility Titan X. Where's that? So if you go to the free page right now, or the page we have up right now, that's really quite we've developed a lot since then. That's a very V1, version 0.0001 implementation of what is going to be coming to the website. There's a lot of stuff, guys. How I would explain it is, and I'm still working on the elevator pitch, so to speak, but Titan X Utils almost has like two wings. Like, it almost has like two elements to it, right? So the first element is something everyone's seeing right now. We have pretty much across the board NFT data analysis, which, by the way, I believe it's been hugely upgraded. I mean, Keto is working every single day on this, guys. improving that NFT section. There's so many more features we're adding to it. So you're going to have quite advanced data analytics for the NFT guys, you know, all the Element guys, Ascendant, everyone like that, even DragonX and those NFTs. We're doing pretty much all the NFTs across the board. And you're going to have basically like loads of information about those. You know, you can already go on the free stuff. You can see what we have there. Just imagine that stuff, and we're improving it even further. We're adding more, just more stuff to that. So that's kind of like one wing to it. I'll say one wing to it is like data analytics within the TitanX ecosystem in total. So we will be adding more kind of analytic dashboards to the site as well. But it's not purely going to be a data analytics site. We've also got a whole nother wing of stuff which I'm currently working on. You guys will see on the page right now, there's a little kind of auctions page, which displays all the auctions for you guys. You can just go to the page, you can see all the auctions, and you can click around. It opens up a modal, and you can see the exact ROI and all the details there. We're going to be implementing a full-on ROI page, basically, which will, you know, you go to auctions and ROIs, you'll be able to essentially get the ROIs across the entire platform, the entire TitanX ecosystem. You'll be able to get all the information you need to optimize your investment strategy in TitanX. So there's basically two wings. There's data analytics, and there's a huge focus on optimizing the user experience, optimizing, you know, the user experience within TitanX, within the entire ecosystem, and optimizing like your ability to make sound investments within the ecosystem. Obviously not financial advice, but if you know, there's so much stuff going on in TitanX, there's so many protocols, you almost need one place to make all your decisions, you know, and that's really a key aspect of stuff we're building. You know, I don't want to give off too much. I will be doing a full stream, basically showcasing the site once it's, you know, very near deployment. So I won't speak too much on the tools we're building, but just imagine one stuff is analytics, excuse my dog, and the other stuff is optimizing the user experience, optimizing your ability to make, you know, better investments in this ecosystem. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go too into details, but to give you guys a little hint, I have dropped some hints on my Twitter page, Jukes the Great, and you'll be able to maybe gather some information there. I recently put out a tweet showing some quite advanced analytics on if you were to mine TitanX currently. So that is a clue I'll give you guys for only one tool coming to the website. So I'm very, very proud of this work, guys. I'm very excited. I just can't wait to get it out for you guys. The only other information I can really share right now would be we're going to have there will be a paid structure to this. So there'll be a free tier, basic tier, and a pro tier. So something like that will take place. Or I don't know. We don't know the name of convention of these tiers yet, but there will be a payment tier in place. Because this stuff is going to be so advanced. Like we're gonna build. We're gonna carry on building. Like we are non-stop building. Literally, I'm building every day till 5 in the morning. I don't even have a sleeping routine anymore, guys. I am just building. That's what I do. But anyway, I'll leave you guys with that. I don't want to talk too long. I've been talking for 5 minutes already, which is probably too long. Anyway, I'll leave you at that, guys. Cheers, everyone, for watching this. And I think Dude is probably streaming with Ali as well, and Ali's there. So shout out to you guys, man. You guys are soldiers. You know, keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, peace.
That was quite I haven't heard him speak at length before, so nice to see Jukes the Great chat and talk a little bit about what they're doing. That site for me came out of nowhere. The TitanX Utils. I must try and get it up here 1 second. They've done a great job. I think it's nice to know that they're working on updates. The site it is very, very good. The one downside is that all the ROIs are all negative. So hopefully it'll be a site that we can go to in the near future and see all these positive ROIs everywhere.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
The first night I covered the website on the stream, is like fuck, I better click out of that minus 78%, minus 69%. It's like, fuck, I better stop.
I love the NFT stuff that they got on there. Lots of advanced stats to really give you a better picture of where you stand in the ecosystem as far as NFT holders go.
I'm looking forward to seeing if they've got UI updates. Obviously, the NFT analytics, great for, where are they? Ethereum, E280. You can click in and have a look through. It's obviously pulling a lot of live data as well. There's Keto's in the chat just saying there's a ton more to come. I'm glad, again, another thing, just the work going in behind the scenes to build out the ecosystem. I was looking at this, 899 fucking wallets holding E280 NFT. Oh, sorry, why is that not sharing? 1 second. Titan actually, so titanutils.com. This is just the analytics page for E280 NFTs. 7,611 NFTs in circulation. Folksy, I wish there was that many Pulse Wars NFTs.
I didn't check, but someone just burned like 90 rares or something ridiculous.
I wish you could put them in the market for us to buy them.
No, I know. There's like 2 in the marketplace. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like V1 for it being just a V1. It's a beautiful start to their website.
It's good. It's funny. It's good to see a little bit of competition for Mike Dean, because I've got this idea, obviously, to bring Trade Brawl to the TitanX ecosystem, and I must actually message. I had a chat with Mike Dean about how we could put something on TitanX Hub that allows us to show the next game that I'm going to run for the TitanX community, how we could put it on TitanX Hub. But maybe the TitanX Utils guys may be able to do a better job.
I was going to offer this. I was just thinking this the other day, and I don't know if this makes sense or not, or you can't tell people what to do, but it would be really wonderful if there was not so overlapping of information. I get it. Each one's a little different, but it'd be nice if you go to one site for, drill down into the data information, or if you come somewhere else, you get something else. Like each one has a different flavor to it, but less overlapping would be cool. So you're not competing for that.
I don't think.
I mean, you look at the bottom right there. He has links to TitanX Hub, TitanX Info. So they're trying to support each other.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I don't think that these two, the TitanX Hub and this, really overlap too much. Maybe when Mike Dean starts putting info on the individual pages, it might. But I think this is a good. What the angle have gone here with being able to come and just pick out where the opportunities are quickly. I think Dukes was saying there that maybe the ROIs will be a little bit clearer at the minute. When you go to like auctions, you have to click into each. You gotta click in and see what the ROI is. All right, let's have a look. Oh! Minus 12. It's not too far off a positive ROI.
It is not. That's close.
But there's not much in it. You gotta, if they get it positive, you might only be able to buy about $10 worth.
This is another candidate for the cap supply. This is I have some. Yeah.
But yeah, no, a place, if you could see, like you're saying, like all mining auctions and just the ROIs laid out in a list, could be epic. Quick. People are very lazy. Keto Natural, there is no overlap. I kind of see, not disagreeing with you, Rich, but I think definitely this at the minute and TitanX Hub definitely going 2 different angles.
Yep, that's all. That's great. I'm not criticizing. I should have probably dug deeper before I said that, but yeah, I'm all for the information. I know my brother said to me one time, I can't figure it out. I go to this site and that's too much.
Yep. Let's see. So it's coming. Yeah, great job, Keto. You and your son, I hope I've got that right, are great addition to the ecosystem. The website, absolutely fantastic, and looking forward to seeing what updates you guys bring, more analytics. And I was actually, I think, in a conversation with Jukes, one of the first things that I asked him was, you plan to monetize it? I like to see, just like the whole ecosystem, likes to see people getting rewarded for their efforts. Everybody gets 8%. Dude gets 2%.
Mhm.
Let's see, what else have I got?
That was a builder era.
What else? Lord. I think that's it. In fact, I think that's all the updates. I quite enjoyed the little format for there
You
tonight.
got a. Is there a goat? What's the one to the tab to the left of where you're at right now?
This one.
Oh no. This
Do you know what I do? I do actually have. I've got Bad Sports.
He's alive.
He's alive. Look, it's not just a still. He's there.
Hey guys, hope everyone's surviving out there. It's been a tough old ride, that's for sure. Been a long and brutal market so far. Well, there's winners and losers throughout, and I'm sure a lot of you have made some really good plays. So yeah, well done. And if you buy and hold, keep holding. And yeah, I feel like we're on the cusp of a huge alt season. It's just around the corner. So first things first, big shout out to Ali for showing up every week in, week out. Yeah, absolute trooper, holding down the fort for the Blaze show and the weekly Blaze. So yeah, massive props, my friend, and massive props to everyone else in the community who's stepped up lately and bringing the energy. So bringing the energy and the vibes. Yeah, it's all good. So it's great to see. So yeah, building in the background, Blaze team, we're all in the private chats and putting our minds together and putting something together that we can bring to the market in the coming months. Yeah, so watch this space. Exciting times ahead. I'm sure there's lots of big things brewing in the community. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and peace out. See you soon.
So, but I don't know about you, dude, but I mean, me and Bad have got a couple of we've got a couple of projects that we've almost kind of got to the finish line, and just with the state of the market, just stopped concentrating on other things. So, what the fuck? I thought he was going to say some more there. You toss in who's that fucking guy? So yeah, we've got a few things. We'll wait to see what happens. The Blaze team have. It's funny to see. There's actually more activity in the Blaze team chat than there has been for a while. So hopefully we'll have an announcement coming soon or something. Worth just dropping in there. Blaze Day 365 is what's that? 8 days away.
Keep your hands off my diamond hand tickets.
My diamond hand tickets. You said that. When you said that, one of your teeth fell out.
Yeah, let's go see how many diamond hand tickets there
are. Let's see. Diamond hand tickets, 428.
I was hoping it would stop at 420.
Yeah, you know, I think people. I could be wrong, but I'm looking. Okay, so look, I think some people are, because the value of the dollar value of Blaze hasn't changed. I think people are just because, would you say there's 7,000 tokens available per day?
It's showing right there, 68, 66.84. Come down a little bit to the right.
Yeah. 64. So, you know, every day there's 1.5, call it 1.5 diamond tickets. I think a couple of players are just coming in and slapping rather because you can't really market buy. Market buy is pushing the price up and just coming in, slapping in their ETH and trying to take as much of this supply as possible. Because this number is, yeah, it's just creeping up every day. 428, 428, and like I say, 365, 8 days left, just over a week. Thursday, yeah, next Thursday, I think it ends.
Maybe 7 days when you got to be in by I don't know. Regardless, 6 or 7 or 8 days.
That's like trying to tell different time zones, man. It's not happening.
There were people in HLX that their math was off one day and their miners came up the day after a payout hit and not the day before. So don't let that happen to you and Blaze. If you're trying to get a Diamond Hand ticket, just get one. Don't wait last minute.
7 days of graph. Let's fucking go. Blaze has been a fucking excellent protocol. Yeah.
Trey, I'm on your tail. In the beginning when Blaze came out, me and Shrey was competing each other, and he says, "I'm gonna get there before you." I said, "Yes, you will. You got way more money than me." But he would post this this little video of these two cars racing. I think what's that show? Fuck, I can't remember nothing.
That's another 2 teeth just fell out.
Stop! What are you talking about? He's falling out. I'm not old.
I'm just talking shit. All right, I think that's it. Well, that was the last thing I wanted to cover. Oh no, one more thing.
Yes, Ray, go post that meme with the cars racing. Go back, throwback Blaze days.
Fun competition. Yeah, it's funny how we
Fast and Furious.
Funny how quickly we forget all the fun we have had in the ecosystem, especially in the run up last year. But a lot of great protocols. A lot of people made a lot of money. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people took a lot of pain. But yeah, one of them things kind of wouldn't change much of it. Lessons learned and experiences well earned. Let's see.
Yep. I'd like to say something right there. You're absolutely right. We have fun times and we build bonds together, and we fell apart and we were trying to rebuild, and this is all a process. And I would like to say that we just need to drop this divisiveness about we don't like what this person's doing or that person's doing. This is DeFi, and we all need to survive. We need to last through this thing. And we're all on the same team, if you want to say it that way. We need it to succeed. Look what's happening on Pump Fund. I don't know if that's true or not, but I saw a lawyer ad saying if you lost money, I mean, could they really say if we lost money, you could have a lawsuit? No, you can't. But anyway, so the point is this: we need to drop all the division. There's good things in this community that we need to fight for, and I think we need to survive. So with that, there's some contrary opinions, contrary visions, and I want to give a shout out to Peter and Chiz, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have gone over to Pulse Chain. Now we have a completely different view once I'm there. They got their agenda that they're interested in. I'm interested in a more broader vision of all BOTs. They also interested in that, but they have something specific they're interested in, and that's okay. We can all find a way to align the interests that we do have and work together towards those goals. I don't have to buy everything they're buying. They don't have to buy everything I'm buying. But we need to make it in this DeFi business together. So let's just drop all the division is my vote.
Yeah, I agree. Fucking 100%. I agree. I've never give any bad blood to anybody that's disagreed with anything that I've done. Ethereum, liquidity pools, anything that's different that has happened that I'm not working on, I've never cared. Like I've always said, it's fucking DeFi, and people getting angry over what one person's doing. It's I don't waste my time arguing with people on the internet because it is fucking pointless. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. Utah, one love. And I'll say this: at times for me, it's been fucking hard to turn up here every week. I know I've missed a lot of weeks, but fucking hell, some weeks you're just going, oh, I don't want to be here. But you dig through, and that's part of what I try to do for the community.
Yeah, shout out to you, Ali. I want to give it to you. I mean, Pulse Wars was a struggle for you each week. When no one was paying attention, you were showing up. And occasionally I would hop in and I would say, man, I ain't been here in a while. But this guy's still doing this every day. And I'm very proud to say that I won Pulse Wars first place. I won a lot of Pulse Chain from that game. It was very fun. It was engaging. In my opinion, and I want to see this revived. I want to see that game go another season. In fact, I'm waiting for it. But I think we all as a community, I mean, we're all busy, right? But we could take a few minutes out to dabble in something like that, just to have some engagement with, with the community members.
The thing was, never forget that the whole premise of that game at the time, a lot of the things didn't work out the way they were supposed to, but the whole premise of that game, it was born from the infighting on Pulse Chain. That was designed to try to bring everybody together, to forget about all the things that we're arguing about, to bring all the different communities together and play something fun. That was the whole premise of that thing. That didn't work out the way it was, but that was the ethos that I tried to put into that game. And when you dig down into the fine details of it, all the team, you can join different teams and the NFTs and all the little things that were built into it, it just ties in nicely to what you were saying before about community and working together and not fighting each other. So yeah, it will get revived. It will have its fucking time. Of that, I have no doubt. Just now is not the time. It needs hype. It needs bullishness. It needs new people. It needs, big green candles of people ready to throw money here, throw money there. And we just don't have that kind of thing at the minute.
It needs people to come out of the intensive care unit.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. What was... So there's one more thing I needed to share, just because I don't want anybody that took it. There was a few. Eric did message it. I did ask Eric for a message, and what did he actually say?
Gave you the middle finger?
No, it wasn't. What did Eric say? He says, "Just use the message. Why are you gay?" With a H. So just kidding. Working hard on the next phase for Dragon X. Not sure if I want to give any updates just yet, but we are working on the next phase, and there'll be updates soon. So that's what Eric had to say. He did reach out to fucking everybody. A lot of people don't even read my DMs, by the way, which is annoying. But it is what it is. Sorry.
I had you on the spam list. I don't know how I even saw your message.
You know what, Ali? If you start charging for DMs, you won't get any more. That's what I do.
Share screen. 1 second. Last thing I want to share. All right. So we're talking about what's happening. People thinking that projects are dead. Yes, things have been kicked about. They haven't had as much, much participation as you would have hoped. GoatX launched in December. If you look down the GoatX Twitter feed or the X feed, they put so much time, effort, and money into popping out memes for the goat, that when it revives, there's just an endless supply of content for this coin. So hopefully we're talking about a few things on a fire sale at the minute. GoatX is probably ripe as one of those. Not financial advice. It may do nothing, but it is, you see things pop off all the time, things that look dead, and they can start to run. GoatX is another thing on a fire sale. GoatX, just Pat saying, hey, Ali, GoatX soon to make its move. Waiting for the reverse, and then we'll be rewarding the tiers with an airdrop and the early minters. With the minted GoatX, we've been saving for the right moment. So there's always talked about an airdrop and things. So they do have a few bows that they can fire to get this protocol moving again. The Brave Band now could get a generational whale bag easy. Something I've been saying, you go and have a look around. There are a lot of things out there that you can get I remember listening to Marco a while ago talking about, securing 1% bags in Titan X protocols. And at the height, you would thought 1% bags in any of the protocols, you would have been doing very, very well for yourself. You might have had a Rolex on your wrist, or going down to the Lambo fucking garage looking for a new Lambo. But these 1% bags are easy to pick up now. So
Yeah, when he said that, you could get 10 of those 1% now.
So the Brave Band now could get a generational whale bag easy. So start looking for where those deals are in the ecosystem. Not financial advice, but we'll see. Scott and I are discussing other ideas to build value and encourage a diamond-handed tribe for the Goat X. So just a couple of the memes that they've got going on. The amount of effort and time they put into creating memes for the Goat X was fucking insane. But anyway, all right. I think that's everybody's messages shared. I quite enjoyed that, actually.
Yeah, it was fun for sure.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this stream. It was a good time.
What have we got? Keeping Inferno low for that reason. Utah. We need to get Utah. I thought you were coming on tonight. Next week, we need to do a little bit of an Inferno update. Day 365 will be approaching. So we'll need to have some sort of update for the community as to what the fuck is going on in Blaze. What have we got? Hexatitan, Pulsican, rockets everywhere. These low liquidity protocols are gonna rip. Not financial advice, but I fucking agree completely. All right, okay. I'll start rambling. Thanks everybody for tuning. Oh, we just finally tapped 200 people, 201. You're late to the show. 202. Keep it going up. You're late to the show.
Hey, keep an eye on H420. Keep an eye on Pulse Chain BOTs. Build on Titan X on Pulse Chain. Keep an eye on these protocols. You're going to see some movement this week.
There's
We're not waiting for no one. We're moving and shaking.
Alpha right there. Alpha is right there. All right. Anything you want to say before we wrap it up, guys?
I think all of it's been said. We're still here. We're still building. There's so much going on outside of just a chart that's happening in the background. And we'll see who's still here and who's caught asleep. We'll see.
Nice. Rich?
I shall smoke Lotus and Eden on Pulse Chain.
Make of that what you will, folks. Make of that what you will. All right. Yeah, appreciate you coming on, dude. As always, love having you on the show. You've always got plenty to add, not just in the built side, but just discussing all the things going on. So thanks for coming on again, and keep up the good work, Rich. We've been chatting a lot about all the things that you're doing lately. Really enjoying working with you, dealing with you, planning with you. And thanks for coming on the show again tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
All right, sweet. See you later, dude. Oh. What the fuck am I doing here? Oh. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a different kind of stream tonight. All I wanted to do by getting the messages from the builders, there was a few that didn't send messages in. Doesn't mean that they aren't here, that they aren't building. I know they are. People are pretty shit at reading Telegram DMs, so a lot of people didn't even sort of see or read the DMs that I sent. But the idea was just to show that there's a lot going on here. People think we're gone. People think we're beaten. People think that the ecosystem's fucked, that it's had its day, and I completely and utterly disagree. We can see how quickly sentiment can change. We had one day of an ETH pump where we got from 2600 to 2800, and all of a sudden the whole sentiment started to change. Now it could slap down again the next day, but when we do start to get past that 2800, 3100 level for Ethereum, and the whole market starts to turn, all the things that we have been doing here, building, and yes, we have been slapped about. Yes, it has looked grim at different times, but the future is bright. And hopefully the show tonight and the messages from all the builders and just some of the new things that's going on that maybe people tuning in tonight didn't even know that were happening with like I didn't even know tonight. I didn't even know that you could go to Helios.win and create LPs with Janus. I didn't even know that. I've been spending this week creating LPs over on Pulse Chain with built on Titan X protocol coins, and didn't even know that I could go on easy, click a button and create some with Janus. So just one of many things that are here in the ecosystem. The infrastructure is all here. So nothing I have said or the guests have said is financial advice. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. I really do appreciate people coming in. 209 people watching at the minute. Really do appreciate everybody coming, tuning in, listening to us. We're working for our bags, and we will fucking never give up. The glory will be ours.